What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. We're going to check out another Voice of Baceprot song called School Revolution. So we've checked out one song of theirs previously. It was called God Allow Me Please to Play Music. I really like what they did. They had a very unique sound. It seemed like it was kind of derived from all different genres of music, and they just kind of fused it all together. Let's check them out. This one is called School of Revolution, or School Revolution, by Voice of Baceprot. Let's go. I like the powder. Right off the bat, I'm getting like Rage Against the Machine vibes, and maybe like at the beginning when they were going heavy with the bass, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Red Hot Chili Peppers. I like how they're not just in one genre; they seem to be like pulling inspiration from different genres, which is really cool to see. Very unique.
Sekolah pagi, pasirkan aku ini berlari paksa mimpi yang tak satu pun ku mengerti terlempar kepala di bangsa bisa tidak bermoral di goda pinggang. Don't try to judge us now, don't try to judge us now. Don't try to judge us now, don't try to judge us now. Di balik tembok isi kepala seakan digembok serasa domba dicipah hingga bongkok. Ya setiap merdeka bersiap pada sabuk atau dikatai.
Yeah, it's very punky, very like heavy punk sound. It's like punk with a little bit of metal, but as I'm listening to it, it's definitely sounding more and more like Rage Against the Machine, which is freaking awesome. I mean, they definitely have their own flavor, but I'm getting a lot of those vibes.
Sana ada curug bencana paling indah, tapi tak pernah berikan bukti apa-apa. Hanya seabruk atura yang sempurna di serapan menyisakan sejarah yang sudah terlupakan. Don't try to judge us now, don't try to judge us now. Don't try to judge us now, don't try to judge us now. Banyak orang hanya beradu bersaksi, saling tindas dengan alasan visi dan misi. Umpankan mimpi yang akhirnya jauh tercapai, terlempar samar dan akhirnya mulai pudar.
Yeah, I also really love their style too. It's very punk and very metal, you know, with the denim jackets with all the patches and stuff and the but this is awesome. I'll have to look up the lyrics afterwards cuz I know there is a little bit of English I'm catching, but the fast rapping bit, I don't know if that's Sudanese. I'll have to look up the lyrics. I'll probably do that once I've listened to this song fully. This kind of reminds me of something I would hear. It reminds me of something I would hear on like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game, like the soundtrack that they would play in the background. Because this almost has like a early 2000s punk vibe, which is really cool. Like it's not super heavy, it's kind of bouncy. Something you could listen to like I don't know, cruising down the road, or it's not overly dark and heavy, which is, I think, makes it a little more accessible to your average person. In contrast to the first song of theirs that I heard, which I think is a newer song, the God Allow Me Please to Play Music song definitely seemed to be pulled a little more into the metal direction, whereas this song seems to be a little more punk. And I guess maybe they started off a little more punk and then they kind of got a little heavier as they evolved.
Hanya orang berusia dapat bertahan, punya mimpi dan berani untuk mewujudkan. Bisa sukses tanpa haus kepak kepesip, punya semangat dan fikiran yang pasti.
Hey.
Don't try to judge us, no. 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 And my soul tells me, and my dreams dying. My soul born in the dark side, and I lose my life.
Yeah, there must be some kind of message here. I mean, it says school revolution, and it's got mannequins with, tape on their face and different writings on them. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm guessing maybe it's like an anti-censorship message. That's just my guess. But I'll dig into the lyrics once we've finished this video. But yeah, you see all these like they've all got like their eyes are covered. And so, yeah, I'm thinking maybe there's kind of like it's some sort of like a protest or something. Nice. Very good. And these ladies seem pretty young too. They must have some really good musical tastes. I wonder what bands that they listened to that gave them the inspiration for their sound. I definitely personally hear a lot of Rage Against the Machine and maybe a few others that I can't think of right now, but this was actually really cool. I mean, it's cool to see how they sounded, a few years ago. I think this came out in like 2018, so about 4 years ago. And I think the first song we listened to by Voice of Baceprot was like a 2020 song, and it seemed like it was a lot heavier. Seems like they must have gotten heavier over time, which is really cool. So yeah, let's check out the lyrics real quick. Yeah, based on what I'm reading with the lyrics, it seems like they are like fighting the system, very, very Rage Against the Machine-esque. Maybe not like an anti-school, but like the song suggests, it was a school revolution, so they're trying to protest the sort of dogmas that you're taught in school. But that's a pretty cool message, I wonder how old they were when this song came out. But yeah, this was really cool. Thanks for watching, guys. This was a Voice of Baceprot, School Revolution. Very good stuff. Definitely send some more of these guys my way, and we'll be sure to check them out. But until next time, salamat tinggal, and goodbye.